Paddy here, right? I just want to make one, two things straight here, right? To England and Ireland, right? If I had to hear John Paul talking about your daddy, I would have hot John Paul, right? You're saying you asked me to bring John Paul up the way.
This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and viewers' discretion advised.
That never happened, Johnny, now, right? I'm a straight man, I'm a fair man, right? If John Paul talked about your daddy a lot more than I would have hot John Paul. You know that. I'm a very straight man. Now, you said that I told John Paul more or less to bring him. That never happened either, Johnny, now. So, think for what you say and be straight, Johnny, right? Now, I don't be angry with you. I'm going to take my moment to start. If I had to hear John Paul saying that about your daddy, I would have hot John Paul, right? I wasn't even there when it happened. So think for what you say, alright?
Paddy Collins, Mrs. Paddy. So how would you know if your brother talked shit about my father or said something about my father when you weren't in the pub? As you said, you left the pub. 100%. I had a drink with you, had a good crack with you, with a bit of slag, with a bit of joke. How your brother never said nothing when you were there? Not one thing he said. When you left, he kept at. On my father in heaven, I went out the front of the door and asked you to bring Paul with you. Your mum was there with you, and you left. On my poor father in heaven, that's what happened. Paddy, you come to Mort loads of times. You get the high respect. We wouldn't, Paddy, listen to me. We wouldn't bring one fella into a pub, Paddy, and 5 or 6 of us trying to bait him. On my children's life, the majority of the fellas in that pub last night tried to blackguard me. I don't know who they are. I don't know who blackguarded me. But I was chatting neutral men that was there separating. The majority of them threw glasses and trying to get at me. 2 or 3 of them held them back. That's exactly what happened. It don't listen to me, Paddy. It don't take 5 or 6 fellas to beat one handful of a young fella. I'm not a big horse to a man, or I'm not Jack Johnson for 7 or 8 fellas trying to beat one man. That's the difference, Paddy, with us, though, Paddy. We'd bring one man into a pub and we'd mind him and we'd look after him and we'd make sure he get home safe. But you're not like that. You're an old fellas that gone one fella trying to blackguard him. Now, Paddy, I was chatting you on the phone this morning. I explained everything, and you and your woman said in the background that John Paul is only a blackguard, and this, that, and that. He is a blackguard. Your brother John Paul, I hate him. I told you already I don't like him. He called my dead father names, God rest him. I wouldn't call your daddy names, God rest him. I hope the man has a good bed in heaven, and help with God we'll all get to meet him again in heaven. But your brother did call my father names. He done it 100 times. He done it last night. I didn't want to talk to him. He kept at it when you left. Young David Keenan told him, get up off the chair and go home. He kept at it, and I struck him. And that was that. It's not a big thing, but the biggest thing of it was 5 or 6 fellas trying to beat one man. That's the biggest thing of it. That's the difference, Paddy. Paddy, I might be the biggest man in the world, Paddy, but I have a heart in my body. There's no one will talk about my daddy and think they'll get away with it. That's the difference. And I'll go to Dublin and I'll drink in Dublin 7 days a week, and that's just me. But I don't care. I'll walk into the pub with anyone. That's the type of me, and I'll do it again. The only way I won't go into Jock's again if the woman doesn't let me in it. Otherwise, I'll go into it. Ordinary lion, Paddy, you should be getting onto the snots to try the women. I call them women. I call them. More than lying, you should be going on and giving out to them and trying to tell them cop on, and don't be trying to blackguard one old fella on his own. A young fella, 27 years of age, a handful of torch dollar men. More than lying, you should tell them that instead of trying to throw a glass and thump the face and kick the face to him. I stripped to the skin and I rolled for the best of you last night. The best one of you asked for. That's my poor father in heaven. That's what I done with one man on his own. And I do it again on my own. That's the type of me. But no, you want to be 5 or 6 pints now, you want to talk shite. More than lying, go and correct your own snots to try to blackguard one fella on his own. That's what you should be talking this morning. Shouldn't be getting back trying to talk shite to me. Because Paddy, I don't give a fuck. And you should know that better than anyone. Another thing, Paddy, your brother, all your brother kept saying to me last night, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have called you that name. I'm sorry. When you left, he kept talking shit about my father. He said to me, I disrespected his father. I never disrespected your daddy. I don't even know the man, God rest him, to disrespect him. I don't know who your daddy is. I hope the man's a good bed in heaven. I don't know him. I said, you disrespected mine. He said, yeah, what about it? And back and forth. That's exactly how it led. And young David Keenan told the boy, he said, how it stop? He said, John Paul, go up off the table. And that's when I struck.